Tired of those overpriced tiny bottles of Rayu? Let's make a bigger batch for a fraction of the cost in just 20 minutes. It's so simple and you'll never need to buy those expensive bottles again. Watch how that beautiful red color spreads through the oil. For a printable version of this recipe, visit my website. Just Google Rayu statue to find me. First, I'm going to remove the germ of one garlic clove so that it's ready to go as soon as my oil is heated. Simply cut it in half lengthways and scoop out the germ with a toothpick. The germ can be bitter, that's why I take it out just in case. Next, let's get our oil base ready. I'm grabbing equal parts of neutral cooking oil and toasted sesame oil and combining them in this heavy bottomed pan. I'm using 125 milliliters of each, so this recipe will make about 1 cup of Rayu. The neutral oil gives us clean heat conduction, while the toasted sesame oil adds this rich, nutty complexity that's just incredible. Now I'm heating this over medium until it hits exactly 160 degrees Celsius, which is 320 degrees Fahrenheit. Why am I being so obsessive about the temperature? When you nail the 160 degrees Celsius mark, you'll see how the aromatic compounds release perfectly without burning. Now that our oil is at the perfect temp, I'm turning the heat down low and adding in my aromatics. I've got 3 ginger slices here, about 5 milliliters or 0.2 inch thick with the skin still on, my garlic clove from earlier, and the green part of this Japanese leek that I've roughly chopped up. If you can't find Japanese leeks, you can use the green part of regular leeks or even shallots instead. I'm also taking these dried chili peppers, opening them up and adding them along with their seeds. Now I'm going to let this mix simmer for exactly 10 minutes. I know it's tempting to crank up the heat or cut the infusion time short, but patience is absolutely key here for developing those deep complex flavors that make homemade Rayu worth the effort. While everything is infusing, I'm making my kitchen smell amazing. I'm going to prep my chili powder. I'm adding 2 tablespoons of chili powder to this glass bowl. I'm using ichimi togarashi, but Korean chili powder, Aleppo pepper, or Sichuan chili powder can be good substitutes. I'm adding just a small amount of water, about half tablespoon, and mixing to create a thick paste. You want the consistency to be like wet sand, just moist enough to clump together without being soupy. This little water step is absolutely crucial. It creates a protective layer that lets the chili infuse without scorching, which prevents that bitter taste. But be careful not to add too much water. Too much moisture can cause some splattering when the hot oil hits it. Place a fine mesh stainless steel strainer over the bowl and then we're ready for our oil. Alright, it's been exactly 10 minutes of infusion time, so I'm removing the pan from the heat and pouring it through the sieve and into the bowl. The mesh needs to be fine enough to catch even small seeds fragments while letting all that beautifully infused oil pass through. Hot oil is no joke, so I'm using oven mitts and pouring really slowly and carefully to avoid any splashes. Now I'm giving the strained oil and chili paste a good stir, just until they're well combined. Look at this gorgeous vibrant red color spreading through the oil. Before we wrap up, let me show you how to store this oil. First and foremost, make sure to let your oil cool completely before storing it. And it's important to properly sterilize your jars, so boil the jars thoroughly, dry them completely, then make sure they're clean and free from any residue. Once it's cooled, transfer it to a jar with a tight sealing lid and place it in the refrigerator. If your fridge is too cold, the oil might solidify, so make sure to move the jar to a warmer spot in your fridge. I also recommend using a glass container since the chili powder will stain plastic containers. With proper refrigeration, your homemade Rayu should stay fresh for at least a month. Okay. But always do a quick freshness check before each use. Give it a sniff, and if you detect any sour notes or it's different from before, it's probably better to make a new batch. And that's it. This homemade Rayu is going to take your Japanese dishes like gyoza, tantan men, or cold tofu to the next level. Want even more delicious recipes? Grab my free cookbook from the link in the description. Okay, let's go over the ingredients one more time. And if you're ready to cook, grab the written instructions by clicking the full recipe box with a picture that's about to pop up on your screen. Here we go, the link to the full recipe is on the screen for you now, and if you want to watch more similar videos, don't miss my homemade ingredients playlist popping up on your screen as well. Thanks so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.